Hello students, welcome back to part 3 and the final part of module 7 AES. But so far I taught you actually at the beginning I explained to you about before we have AES, we do have DAS, but now starting this year, no, we are going to stop it. We're no longer going to use, because we are everyone, every company, every technique, every banking sector, everybody has to adopt AES, yeah, Advanced Encryption Standard. So let's move on. In part 2, I stop here, yeah, just at the end of round 1. Yeah, we just finished round 1. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna restart, yeah, in part 3. Okay, do the same thing. Yeah, do the same thing. So you just need to redo, yeah, from your output from round 1, E, do the nibble sub again. So look at the S box, produce the answer, put it inside ShiftRows, the first and the third one, straight, second and fourth, swap, and then XOR last with your K2. Then you get your ciphertext. So what I need you to do at home, okay, can you please check, right? So from here, do the nibble sub, do the ShiftRows, do the key addition XOR. Do you get the final answer ciphertext here? So this is F, E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, ciphertext H. Yeah. Please finish the round. So that's only for example, that's only for DE. Remember, we are writing Dear Messi. So that is only DE. Nibble sub, ShiftRows, oh no. Pre-round, nibble sub, ShiftRows, MixColumns, key addition, nibble sub, MixRows, ShiftRows, key addition. You get one ciphertext. Then you have to do AR, Dear. You have to do. So, and this is only Mini-AES. Mini-AES. The actual AES actually has 10 rounds, 12, there are 3 versions, 10 rounds, 10, 12, 14 rounds. We'll see later on. Okay? All right. So we are done with Mini-AES encryption. But with encryption, we need to do decryption. If not, Messi cannot read your fan letter. All right. So we need to teach Messi. Messi, come here. I want to show you how to do decryption in Mini-AES. All right. They are the same. Okay, let's do this. The structure are the same. Remember? XOR, nibble sub, ShiftRows, MixColumns. So we have XOR, with even the K0 is the same. Okay, everything is the same. Here, K0, plain text, K0. Nibble sub, ShiftRows, just bring everything. So plain text, K0, nih. The only difference is that, okay, you start from, because you are decrypting, isn't it? So when you decrypt, you start from here. You start from ciphertext. So this won't be your round 1. So you start from ciphertext, just as encryption, where the first key addition is pre-round. Yeah, first round start with nibble sub. So here, the first also decryption, the first key addition is not in round. It is pre-round. But instead of pre-round with K0, in decryption, you pre-round with K2, because that one you don't change, yeah? The structure and the position, they don't change. K0, K1, K2. Okay. So pre-round is the first one. Don't. And then, how many component in round 1? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So the same thing. You start from the back. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is round 1. And then round 2 in encryption is 3. 3 component. 1, 2, 3. So in decryption also 3 components, ShiftRow, inverse, K0. Then you will get back the plain text. So your homework is, please, from the original ciphertext here, do you get back the original plain text? So a lot of homework. So your homework is to do round 2, and then from round 2, you go back, you get the ciphertext, you go back. Reverse engineering, do you get back the plain text? Okay. Another thing I want to tell you is, all right, interestingly, since remember I teach you in module 5, in chapter 5, that some of the components are invertible, right? They can be inverse. So XOR is invertible. So that's why whether it's encryption or decryption, you still use XOR because they can be inverted, right? They are invertible, right? Same thing with ShiftRow. Because you're doing, ShiftRow is also invertible. If you don't trust me, okay, the way to prove this is that when you do the decryption, you get back the plain text, means it's the same. They are also invertible. MixColumn is also invertible. Yep. Please do this. It will prove this, right? The only thing is nibble sub. Okay. So in nibble sub, actually I can also say it's invertible. Okay, you have 2 ways of doing nibble sub. One is you use the original, where's the original nibble sub table here? So if in encryption you put input, you get output, right? So if you're doing decryption, all I do is I find the input in the output. I find the input here, then I look at the output. Yeah, I inverse. But we also can give you, we are going to give you a nibble sub, inverse nibble sub. So we just switch places. So if you want to use this decryption table, decryption S box, yeah, decryption S box, you can use this because this we already inverse between the original encryption S box. If you are using the original encryption S box, when you do decryption, please look at output. The answer is in the input. But if you prefer, please use the decryption S box. Then you just input and output because they already switch it for you. All right. So either way, either boxes are okay. All right. Easy peasy. So that is Mini-AES with 2 rounds with 16-bit plain text and also 16-bit key. Produce 2 rounds of key, 2 round keys. Yeah, and that is only for 1 block. 1 block is 16-bit. So if you have 1,600 bits, divide by 16. How many is that? 1,600. Like 1,000 rounds? Yeah, 1,000 round. Sorry, 1,000 and 1,000. You don't say round because each 1,000 block. Yeah, you have 1,000 block. Each block is 2 rounds. So 2,000 rounds. Okay. So once you have understood Mini-AES, let me introduce you to the one that we are using today, Advanced Encryption Standard, the real one. All right. So it is a symmetric key block cipher, also published by me, it's the same thing, yeah, in December 2001. Finally, yeah, it was published as FIPS 197. So starting next year, fully AES, yeah, fully AES. All right. If Mini-AES has only 1 version, right? Because it's only for teaching purposes. Mini-AES. AES, yeah. First thing, it uses 1 block is 128 bits. So Mini-AES 16 bits only, right? AES, the actual AES, use 128 bits. So divide by 8 is 64. Yeah, 64 characters. So instead of DE and then AR one block, you can do 64 characters, a lot more, yeah, for one block. And it has 3 versions. Mini-AES is only 2 block, 2 round. Oh, I keep on confused. I mean, mispronounce, saying block and round. Okay, I repeat. One block is 128 bits. And you put it inside the AES. There are 3 versions. You can do it with one which has 10 rounds. So 1 round, 2 round, do until 10 rounds. Or 12 rounds. Or 14 rounds. All right. And also, the keys, they have different standard. The original key, the cipher key, before you rearrange to get the round key. This is the original key. If it is 10 round, the key is 128 bits. If you're using 12 round, the key is longer, 192 bits. If you want to use 14 rounds, you have longest key, 256 bits. So there are 3 versions, but the plain text block size is always 128 bits. That produce also 128 ciphertext. Okay. So this is, remember, the general design of the Mini-AES, 16 bits. The actual AES, 128. Okay. In here, there's only 2 rounds. But in AES, there's 10 rounds. There's 12 rounds. There's 14 rounds. Okay. Different round. So not just 2. Can be 10, it can be 12, it can be 14. It will also produce 128 bits. All right. So if the cipher key, there are three versions. 128, 192, 256. Okay. If it is 10 round, you're using, I don't memorize, 128. You start here, 128. Okay. If it's 12, 192 bits. If you want to use with 14 rounds, you're going to use 256 bit key. However, all these different rounds and different cipher key, they will all produce the same 1 to 8 round key. So if it is 1 to 8, if you're using 10 rounds, your original is 1 to 8, your round key is also 1 to 8. Yeah. But if you want to use 12 round, so your original, your seed key is, cipher key is 192, but then you produce K1 until K11, K1 until K12, K1 until K12, 12 rounds, all size is 128 bit. Same thing with 14 rounds. The cipher key, the original K0 is 256, but then you're going to manipulate it, yeah, with 14 rounds of 128 bits round key. Okay, the round keys are all the same despite the different rounds, but number of rounds, but the original cipher key, now that one, they have different size depending on how many rounds you use. Okay, all right. So here, yeah, so 128 AES, ciphertext also 128. So cipher key, they are different. 10 rounds, 1 to 8, 12 round, 192, 14 round, 256. But they will all produce 1 to 8 bits. So this is AES. So can you imagine if I want this to be your homework or to be in your test one? I think you will need 7 days, 7 nights to finish test one for 20 marks, 30 marks. Yeah. So if previously in the Mini-AES structure, we have S-box, we have P-box, we have MixColumns, and we have XOR, key addition. In the actual, so instead of using nibble, yeah, here is nibble, this one, they use a bigger bits lah, bigger bits. So we call it SubBytes. Every bytes, we do substitution. Just now, nibble sub kan? One nibble, nibble by nibble, we exchange, substitute nibble with nibble. now we substitute bytes by bytes. Yeah. Then we also, but we have shift row, but we have to substitute bytes. And then we still have mixed column. We still have AddRoundKey. They are the same. The difference is that they use longer bits. That's all. Yeah. Same structure. Okay. Oh, also, remember, do you remember? All right. Here we have, in the Mini-AES, the first round we have full for components. Yeah. But the last round, second round, this actually you have to remember the second round is the last round. Since you only have 2 rounds, so first round and last round is missing mixed column. So same thing with real AES. So for 10 rounds version, round 1, round 2 until round 9 has all 4 components. Only the last round, round 10, is missing mixed column. Yeah, it's missing mixed column. Yeah, the third transformation here. So if you have 12th round, the 12th round missing mixed column. If it is 14th round, the 14th round missing mixed column. But round 1 until round 13 all has all 4 components. Yeah, same with Mini-AES. Different is either 2 rounds versus 10, 12, 14. Okay. So yeah. So okay. Let me ask you. I can teach you and you understood. I hope you understood. Okay? Or at least you're starting to understand what crypto is. So this is block cipher, symmetric key cipher. So why are we using AES if we can understand? If you can understand, Eve can understand, yeah, the bad guys from recently our our immigration got defaced, the website, yeah, got hacked. So maybe all these hackers can also learn. Of course they're genius. That's why they're so genius they don't know what to do with their life. So you're starting to hack other people. Yeah. Difference is that I'm showing you with nibbles and 16 bits plain text. But when you make it 128 bits and you have so many rounds because you have long letters, long email, and you have to do it 10 rounds, and each round you're doing all these different transformation, it will take a long time unless you have a very super powerful computer. And also the keys are getting longer. Yeah, if you're using it 14 round, you have 256 keys. So a lot of manipulation that will produce different keys that will be very difficult for hacker to crack. Yeah, and eventually, usually, sometimes they manage to crack, but by the time they manage to crack, the information is no longer secret. That's why DES is obsolete, because the key size for DES is short. Even I think AES, NIST is starting to ask for contribution for the third standard. I think they're starting to move from AES. They're already calling, my one of my students, my first crypto class, 20 some years ago. He's currently working with MIMOS. He submitted and he passed the first round of all the world. Dr. Reza Zabah. The name of it is Chili Padi or Chili Api, something like that. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of him. Yeah. So So the good technique is not that nobody can understand. If nobody can understand, nobody can encrypt, nobody can decrypt. That's worse. So we can understand, but it's so difficult because of the math is so fun, isn't it? Math and then cryptography, there's puzzle, rearrange, and it's so easy. Substitution, permutation, the key, the key to the strength of the encipherment is the key. All right. So in the AES, I told you that all the components are invertible, right? It can be inverse. So the one I showed in Mini-AES, we are only reversing, inverse cipher. So the same structure, the same round number, the same key number, and then for the decryption, same structure, we don't even flip it. We list them all the same, but we start at the bottom. Yeah, we start at the bottom. So pre-round 4, 4, the last one is 3. And the last one is missing, mixed column. That's all. So that is the original design. However, later on they found out, somebody did a research, they found out that these two, SubBytes and ShiftRows, yeah, can be inverse. You can flip them. Same thing with MixColumns at AddRoundKey. So that's why there's an alternative design for AES. So you don't keep the structure, you switch, you flip between SubBytes and ShiftRows. The arrangement you flip. Just now the original design, you don't flip. Yellow, blue, green. Yellow, blue, green. Black, yellow, black, yellow. You only the box and where you start is different. But in alternative design, you actually flip. Instead of yellow, blue, green, it becomes yellow, green, blue. Instead of black, yellow, it becomes yellow, black. That is the alternate design. But that's why I love cryptography. You will end up with the same answer. Yeah, because the fun of the puzzle and the transformation and the transposition and the substitution, in the end, you end up with the same thing. Yeah, so we have alternative design in AES technique. So why? Yeah, why was AES chosen the last time in 2003? 2003 ke 2001? 2005. Some 20 years ago. Yeah, they were chosen because 3 things. It's security, it's implementation, easy, simple, and its simplicity and cost. Simplicity dah macam Siti Nurhaliza punya makeup lah kan? Okay. First, so AES was designed after DES. So when we were using DES, AES, yeah? DES, yeah? So people are always trying to crack DES, trying to defeat it. So they have tried so many attacks, yeah? And when we were using DES, AES was already not far behind, right? Started being used. So whenever people are attacking DES or trying to cryptanalysis DES, they were also doing it on AES. So by the time we adopted AES is very strong because they are proven that whatever attack, they pass the test. All right, and eventually we know that DES doesn't pass a lot of tests. That's why we stopped using it. So some of the attacks, they will have been tested by brute force attack. Yeah, means they try every possible combination of keys. AES is secure. Why? Like I said just now, larger size key. Very difficult. You want to test 256. You try to manipulate, and there's different rounds. But like I said, even if you have super powerful computer, sometimes maybe by the time you crack it, the information is no longer needed or secret. Like your tag number from Maybank to you, they only give you 5 minutes to use. So you're trying to crack it. Okay, you managed to crack it. 5 minutes, 2 seconds later, it cannot be used anymore. Yeah. So brute force attack. Statistical attacks. Yeah, numerous tests have failed to do statistical analysis of the ciphertext. Very difficult for you to try. See, okay, how many A's are there? How many E's are there? Okay, can we guess what the character is? No. Yeah, quite impossible. And also there's about differential and linear attacks. None so far. Yeah. Maybe yesterday, I don't know. Okay. That is security, very secure. Next, why AES was chosen? Because it is simple. It can be implemented in software, in hardware, in firmware. Yeah, the implementation can use table lookup process or routine that is well defined algebraic structure. And when your mixed column is so easy. So you don't actually need extra CPU, extra, like when you want to do mining, crypto mining, and also you don't need this super powerful computer that goes to Mars, everything. Just basic, you can use AES. Yeah, that's why we want it to be easy to implement so that everybody can implement. And then the last one is simplicity and cost. The algorithm used in AES are so simple that they can be easily implemented using cheap processor and a minimum amount of memory. Yeah. So with the new ones also, if you want to introduce or you want to implement a new crypto technique, you have to think about this. Don't try to make it complicated. That's not the basic theory in cryptography. You cannot follow that. You cannot do that because it's too complicated. It's not only complicated for the bad guys, it's also going to be complicated for the good guys. Yeah? All right. So, I think this is the last slide. Sadaqallahul Azim. All right. So, what did you learn in module 7, in chapter 7? You learn one technique of block cipher, symmetric block cipher, which is AES, yeah, Advanced Encryption Standard. They are the de facto standard that we use today. Previously, we used DES, but it is obsolete beyond 2023 this year. So now everybody is adopting AES. But AES is, it uses 128 bits with 3 different versions, 10 rounds, 12 rounds, and 14 rounds. And different key size, right? The biggest key size is 256 bits because it's quite only complicated in terms of the size. So we are not able to teach you with 128 bits and 256 bits. So we introduced to you Mini-AES. Yeah, Mini-AES. So Mini-AES is simple. We only have 16 bits with 2 rounds. So we teach you 4 components. Mixed column. Oh, I start with the difficult one. Pre-round, so XOR. Round 1 is nibble sub, ShiftRows, mixed column, and then AddRoundKey 1. And then the second round, you repeat, but without mixed column. Yeah? So please understand mixed column. You need to also understand the polynomial, how to convert between binary and polynomial. Because we're doing Mini-AES, it only have to be 4 bits. So you cannot have anything bigger than x to the power of 3. If you have something bigger than x to the power of 3, x to the power of 4, x to the power of 5, you need to reduce it using the irreducible polynomial, x to the power of 4 plus x plus 1. And why is AES chosen? Yeah, easy to implement, strong security, and also the cost is not that expensive to implement it. Yeah, so AES is the best one out there. So I hope you are able to now to get an idea of what cryptography is. But this is symmetric only. Yeah, symmetric key to help us to achieve the confidentiality in security. Okay, so that's the end of module 7. See you in module 8.